Hi friends, welcome to the daily current affairs session by Ekam IAS. Today on 8th January 2019, we are going to discuss the topics Nikshay Poshan Yojana, Gas Hydrates, Section 66A of IT Act, Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016, then Personal Laws Amendment Bill 2018, and our daily session of Map Aided Program and PQRS. So, our first topic is Nikshay Poshan Yojana. So, why this came in news? Because about 8.78 lakh, that is nearly 42% beneficiaries have received the benefit of Nikshay Poshan Yojana. So, earlier by December, we have already discussed that the direct benefit transfer through this Nikshay Poshan Yojana is in a very slow progress. But now 8.78 lakh beneficiaries have received the benefit of this Nikshay Poshan Yojana. So, about Nikshay Poshan Yojana. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has launched the direct benefit transfer scheme for nutritional support to tuberculosis patients as this Nikshay Poshan Yojana. And it has been launched from 1st April 2018. And the key features are, first, it creates a platform for the TB patient, that is for the TB treatment. And the main aim of the government behind the implementation of the scheme was to monitor each patient and to offer them the necessary assistance needed so that they can get proper treatment in proper time. Then it also helped to record details of the TB patient. That is, respective central government department will take necessary steps to record data of all patients who enroll under this scheme. It also offers financial assistance, that is, rupees 500 is given to all TB patients who are enrolled under this scheme on a monthly basis. Then the frequency of the payment, that is, the patient will get this financial assistance each month till the patient gets well. And the total beneficiaries under the scheme is approximately 21 lakh. So, and the transfer of funds, as I said earlier, all TB patients will receive their financial grant directly in their bank account. That is through direct benefit transfer and which have been linked with Aadhaar cards. Then it's also part of NHR, that is the implementation of the special medical scheme offering help to the TB patient will be done under National Health Mission. Next, we can discuss the eligibility criteria for application. So, this provision will be given to patients only, that is only to tuberculosis patients. That only those people who are suffering from tuberculosis will get this benefit. And secondly, they must register on this authorized portal. That means to get this financial assistance in time, the patient need to enroll their names on the official Nikshay portal. These two are the eligibility criteria for application. Next, the documents necessary. First, you must need a doctor's certificate which support that this patient is having TB or he is a TB patient. Then next is the application form. And this application form will offer respective authority members the corresponding details about the patient. So, the necessary documents are a doctor's certificate and an application form. Then, our next topic is gas hydrates. So, the researchers at IIT Madras, they have through experiment, they found out that this methane and carbon dioxide can exist as gas hydrates at temperatures and pressures seen in interstellar atmosphere. So, the researchers in IIT, they conduct an experiment and they found that the methane and carbon dioxide hydrates, where they produce this methane and carbon dioxide in the lab at a very low pressure and temperature to stimulate the conditions of the deep space. And the carbon dioxide hydrate produced in the lab raises the possibility of sequestering, that means storing carbon dioxide as hydrates under the seabed. So, the IIT Madras, in collaboration with GAIL, is working to recover methane. Please note, to recover methane from the methane hydrate from Krishna Godavari basin and to sequester carbon dioxide simultaneously. That's why they are conducting this research. Let's see more details regarding the gas hydrates. These gas hydrates are simply they are crystalline compounds and they consist of water and any of the light molecules such as methane, ethane, propane, then butane, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, etc. So, on Earth, they are naturally formed under the seabed and glaciers under high pressure and low temperature. So, when the gas gets trapped in a well-defined cages of water molecules forming this crystalline solids. So, they belong to the class of chemical compounds called clathrates and which are engaged compounds because they are formed like in a trap. That is, these gas, they get trapped in well-defined cages. That's why they were called as engaged compounds. So, it can be used as an energy source. That is, numerous gas hydrates reservoirs all over the world, especially in permafrost regions. So, this permafrost regions means they are soil or rock or fossil. They are seen as frozen forms for more than 2 years. So, such regions are called permafrost regions. So, these gas hydrates are seen in permafrost regions and ocean environments. And the abundance of gas hydrate reserves is estimated to be more than twice of the combined carbon of coal or conventional gas and petroleum reserves. So, it can be used as a sustainable energy resource. And these hydrate deposits hold significant amount of energy. Our next topic is Section 66A of IT Act. So, the Supreme Court was shocked to hear that the Section 66A of the IT Act is still invoked by the authorities to book people. And the Supreme Court was hearing a petition filed by the People's Union for Civil Liberties, that is PUCL. Let's see more details regarding the Section 66 of IT Act. So, the Section 66A of IT Act, it provides punishment for sending offensive messages through communication service. So, these messages may be any information, it can be of any information that, which are created, transmitted or received on a computer system or a resource or a device, which including attachments in the form of text, images, audio, then video or any other electronic record which may be transmitted with the message. And the low target messages that are grossly offensive or menacing and proffer false information intending to cause annoyance, inconvenience or intimidation or insult or obstruction, etc. And they are intended at deceiving the addressers about the origin of the message. And this Section 66A of IT Act was made defamation as cognizable offence. So, it was a cognizable offence with a punishment of not more than 3 years with or without fine. And we know that this section 66A, it comes under the IT Act 2000. And our IT Act 2000, it consists of 94 sections, and these sections are included under this IT Act 2000. So let's see more details regarding this IT Act 2000. So we know that this IT Act 2000, it is the first cyber law in India, and it regulates the use of internet, including message service, social media, etc. And the Act prescribes higher punishment for offences committed through misuse of internet in comparison to similar offences committed in other electronic media. This section 67 of IT Act, it also confers a punishment that may range from 5 to 10 years of imprisonment with 1 to 2 lakh fine for transmitting the offence of vulgar offences across internet. These are the various sections coming under the IT Act. And next section 69A, and it is provided power to government to issue directions to block public access of any information through any computer source. So the government can it can issue directions to the government to block public access of any information through any computer source. That is section 69A. And we know that this section 66A, it was scraped down by the Supreme Court on 2015. That is related to the Shreya Singhal vs. Union of India case. So this Shreya Singhal, she was a law student, and she filed a petition against this section 66A of the IT Act. So let's see more details. The Supreme Court held section 66A as unconstitutional and void because on grounds of being excessively vague, open-ended and undefined. And the court held that it took away the freedom of speech and the right to dissent, and hence it violated the freedom of speech and expression given under Article 19(1)(a). But however, the court upheld the constitutional validity of section 69A, and which is exercised by government to issue directions to block an internet site as a reasonable restriction as expressed in Article 19(2) that I have already discussed. Then our next topic is Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016. So why this came in news? Because the central government cleared the redrafted Citizenship Amendment Bill and is to be tabled in Parliament. So a joint parliamentary committee, that is JPC, on the Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016, it recommended that Assam government should help to settle its migrants. And there has been a strong resistance to the bill in Assam because it violated the provisions of the Assam Accord 1985. And as a result, there has been a strong resistance to this bill in Assam. Now, let's see more details regarding the Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016. So, this bill, it amends the Citizenship Act 1955 to make illegal migrants who are Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, then Parsis and Christians from 3 regions, that is Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan, eligible for citizenship. So under the Act, one of the requirement for citizenship by naturalization, because there are different methods, that's by either by birth we can get the citizenship, then other is naturalization, then etc. And this naturalization, the applicant must have been resided in India during the last 12 months and for 11 years of the previous 14 years. Then he will be given the citizenship by naturalization. But this bill, it relaxes this 11-year requirement to 6 years. Please note, it relaxes this 11-year requirement to 6 years for persons belonging to the same 6 religion and 3 countries as mentioned above. And another thing is that this bill provides that the registration of overseas citizens of India, that is OCI card holders, may be cancelled if they violate any law. Then, what are the key issues? This bill makes illegal migrants eligible for citizenship. So, hence, it violates the Article 14 of the Constitution, which guarantees right to equality. So, we can say it is against Article 14. That's why. Then, another key issue is that the bill allows cancellation of OCI registration for violation of any law. So, actually, this is a wide ground that may cover range of violations. That sometimes it may be minor offences. But this bill, according to this bill, the OCI registration will be cancelled. So, these two are the key issues in this bill. Then, our next topic is Personal Laws Amendment Bill 2018 and leprosy. So, why this came in news? Because the Lok Sabha has passed the Personal Laws Amendment Bill 2018 and which seeks to remove leprosy as a ground for divorcing 5 personal laws. Then, the bill has sought to amend 5 acts, which are the Hindu Marriage Act, the Dissolution of Muslim Marriages Act, then the Divorce Act for Christians, then Special Marriage Act and the Hindu Adoptions and Maintenance Act. So, it sought to amend these 5 acts, and the bill was tabled after several recommendations from the Law Commission, the Natural Human Rights Commission and the Supreme Court. Why? To eliminate discrimination against leprosy affected people. And leprosy as a ground for divorce is also contradicting to a UN resolution to which India is a signatory. And nowadays, leprosy it's a curable disease. It can be cured. Some more details regarding the leprosy. So, it is a bacterial disease. It is caused by Mycobacterium leprae, and it mainly affects skin, the peripheral nerves, mucosal surfaces of the upper respiratory tract and the eyes, and it also causes severe deformities. The mode of transmission is believed to be through contact, person-to-person contact, and also transmission through respiratory route. So, it can be also transferred through respiratory route. And the National Leprosy Eradication Program, it's a centrally sponsored scheme and is being implemented in India to tackle the disease. And India has eliminated leprosy as a public health problem, because nowadays we can cure this leprosy. So, India has eliminated leprosy as a public health problem. Then, MAP aided program. In that, we will be dealing with Gabon. Why came in news? Because a military coup attempt was foiled by the security forces in Gabon. Let's see more details. A group of soldiers had attempted to take power and called in a radio appeal for a popular uprising against ailing President Ali Bongo. He was the president of Gabon, and the security forces stormed the station in the capital, Libreville, to take it back, freeing journalists. So, it's mapped program, so we can see the location. The Gabonese Republic, it's a West African country, and it is located on the equator, and it is bordered by Equatorial Guinea to the northwest, then Cameroon to the north, and the Republic of Congo on the east and the south. So it is one of the prosperous countries in the sub-Saharan Africa with abundant petroleum and foreign private investment. So its capital is Libreville, and here you can see the location of Gabon. It's marked in dark blue. Here you can see the location. So it's passing through the equator. So the African countries through which equator passes. So through these African countries, the equator passes. They are Sao Tome and Principe, then Gabon, Republic of Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, Kenya, and Somalia. And please note that the list of African countries bisected by the equator, it does not include Equatorial Guinea. Naturally, we get confused, but the list of African countries bisected by the equator, it does not include Equatorial Guinea. PQRS, that is previous year question revision series. So today we will discuss a question from environment, that is related to tropical wet evergreen forest. And the question is, consider the following states: Arunachal Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Mizoram. In which of the above states do tropical wet evergreen forests occur? And our options are A, 1 only, B, 2 and 3 only, C, 1 and 3 only, and D, 1, 2 and 3. So the question is related to tropical wet evergreen forests. First, we can see some points regarding the tropical wet evergreen forest. So it's a typical rainforest and which grow in those areas where annual rainfall exceeds 250 centimeter. And another feature required is that the annual temperature is about 25 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius, and the annual humidity exceeds 77%, and relatively the dry season is very short. Distinctly, it's very short. Then the true evergreen forests are found along the western side of Western Ghats between 500 to 1370 meters above the sea level. That is near south of Mumbai, then in a strip running from northeast to southwest direction across Arunachal Pradesh, Upper Assam, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura up to a height of 1070 meters, and it can also be seen in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So this tropical rainforest, it requires these conditions. That means a minimum annual rainfall and a minimum temperature and a humidity. So coming back to our question. So in which of the above states do tropical wet evergreen forests occur? We know that Arunachal Pradesh is there and Mizoram is there, but Himachal Pradesh is not there. So our answer must be C, 1 and 3. So answer is C, 1 and 3 only. That's all for today's session, and thank you for listening.